All right, it is Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. I am Tamara with our Big Oily family, and we're here tonight going through the A to Z series, and we're up to Melaleuca tonight, which is an awesome, awesome oil. As usual, I am going to start with the Emotions and Essential Oil book. So Melaleuca is known as the oil of energetic boundaries. Disinfectant by nature, Melaleuca, which is also known as tea tree oil, you might have heard it that way, clears negative energetic baggage. It specifically releases codependent and parasitic relationships. These toxic relationships may be with people, microorganisms in the physical body, or spiritual beings. The individual may feel drained of life, force, and energy, but they may not be consciously aware of the source of this energy leakage. Melaleuca helps break the negative ties in these kinds of relationships so that new, healthy connections may be formed that honor one's personal space and boundaries. This energetic vampirism between organisms violates the laws of nature. Melaleuca encourages an individual to connect to people and beings in ways that honor and respect others' agency. It helps the individual to recognize the parts of themselves that invite and allow these kinds of relationships to exist in the first place. Through these empowering processes, Melaleuca encourages an individual to relinquish all forms of self-betrayal, including allowing others to take advantage of one's time, energy, or talents, letting others feed on one's energy, not standing up for oneself, or feeling responsible for the problems of others. Melaleuca assists individuals in purification practices and in releasing toxic debris. So the emotions addressed are parasitic and codependent relationships, poor boundaries, weak-willed, and toxicity. And the companion oils are, if you didn't happen to have Melaleuca, you could choose to use these oils for the same purpose. They are thyme, oregano, lemongrass, should say that right, and the cleansing blend, which is Purify. So let me share my graphic. There we go. There you go. All right. So our Melaleuca is sourced from Australia, like it says there in the little graphic that you're looking at. The Melaleuca plant was a daily necessity for the early natives who applied the leaves directly to their skin for a cooling effect. So it has been used for a long time in Australia. Also known as tea tree, you might have seen it in shampoos and things like that because it's very good for your scalp. The essential oil is extracted from the leaves of these Melaleuca shrubs or trees. And a fun fact then is that in the, and I'm probably going to butcher this name, sorry, it's in Australia, Bungwabin Creek in Australia is surrounded by Australian tea trees and is held sacred by the Aborigines. As the sticky tea tree oil leaves fell into the creek, they created waters that natives still consider magical waters today. So if you go to Australia, look that up. That might be kind of cool to go to. The main chemical components are terpenine, 4-OL, and Y-terpenine. The chemical makeup is what makes Melaleuca so useful topically for cleansing and aromatically for uplifting purposes. So one common use for Melaleuca is for hair care. If you go to any store pretty much and you look at shampoos and things like that, you can find tea tree oil in a lot of them. It's great for flaky scalp. It's great just to kind of freshen your scalp and purify it and rejuvenate it. It's also great for oily skin and oily hair. It can help to kind of help your body not to produce so much oil in those areas. So because of its topical cleansing, rejuvenating, and purifying properties, it's great to add. So if your shampoo that you're using doesn't have it, you could add a drop or two to, put your shampoo in the palm of your hand, add a drop or two of the Melaleuca, and then you can wash your hair with it. So great to use as a spot treatment when your skin breaks out due to the cleansing and toning properties that Melaleuca has. You can literally put your finger on top of the bottle, kind of tip it over, and then just dab it on any kind of breakout or blemish that you might have. Again, it's great for oily skin, so it's really good to help kind of control the oil. You could also add it to your facial cleanser or your moisturizer, whichever one's easier for you to do. So I have a counter wipe recipe, and I will post it in the comments of this replay. that I make with Melaleuca and lavender and bergamot and a little bit of vinegar and then distilled water. And I cut up old cotton t-shirts and I put those in like a quart-sized canning jar, and I put the rest of the mixture in there, kind of soaks it up. You take it out of the canning jar and just kind of squeeze the excess and wipe your counters off, toss it in the laundry, and then I put them back in. Super easy, really convenient. I tend to not use a lot of paper towels, and so that's a really good way to kind of clean up any mess and sticky stuff and everything off your counters. So, sorry, I'm getting some text. I need to turn that off. Where was I in my notes? You could try adding a drop of Melaleuca to flavor your water. And for an immune boost, it's awesome for your immune system to kind of keep it running optimally. It can also be added to citrus drinks. So if you drink lemonade or orange juice, that's a great addition to that. You can try combining Melaleuca, peppermint, and lemon essential oils with water. You could put that in a glass jar and then do a little kind of swish and spit as a mouth rinse and a breath freshener. Be nice to use after you brush your teeth. Melaleuca is also great for your toenails and your fingernails to really keep them healthy looking and strong. So after you get out of the shower or anything like that, or if you have the little foot bath at home, you know, and you soak your feet in it and then you take it out, you could add a drop with a little bit of a carrier oil and just massage that on your nails, both your fingernails and your toenails. So oils that blend well are peppermint, eucalyptus, pretty much all of the citrus oils, lavender, rosemary, and thyme. So I have a diffuser blend to help purify and freshen the air. You can add 3 drops of lemon, 3 drops of eucalyptus, 2 drops of Melaleuca, and 2 drops of peppermint. So if you try that out, let me know what you think. Post a comment, let me know. I also have a recipe for a natural deodorant, and I will post that in the comments of the replay, and a shampoo for oily hair, because Melaleuca is great for oily skin and hair. So I will post those 2 recipes in the comments. If you are watching the replay and you have used Melaleuca for some other purpose and found great results from it, please post that in the comments and share with everyone. So I'm going to stop my screen share here. Before I do that, it does say on the little graphic that it can be used aromatically, topically, and internally, all 3 ways. And you can also use this oil with no dilution, but I always recommend that you use a little bit of a carrier oil. It'll just lessen any evaporation that's going to happen, and also lessen any chance of skin sensitivity that you might have. So if you see there on the graphic, if you go to doTERRA's blog, which is just at doTERRA.com, and then there's a little drop-down menus you can choose from. And if you go to the blog, there'll be a recipe for a homemade makeup brush cleanser. So let me stop this. All right. So then that's it for tonight. Next week is convention week. And so because I'm going to be busy on Wednesday night, I'm going to bypass next week. So the next Wednesday night, A to Z, will be the following. Sorry, I don't have the date right off the top of my head. So there will be no A to Z on the 6th, Wednesday the 6th, but I'll be back on the 13th then. And then it'll still be every Wednesday, 7 o'clock Pacific time. So Wednesday the 13th, we will be talking about Melissa, which is an awesome oil. So we will see you back then, and hope you all have a great week next week. Expect lots and lots and lots of Facebook Lives because we're at convention and there's all the new things that are being released, and it's just a really fun time to meet all of the doTERRA people that are there. So a lot of energy, a lot of oils. Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you later.